Okay, everyone, here is a quick overview of the way the first part of the weekly wrap-up assignment is supposed to work. Keep in mind that it doesn't matter whether you are in History 101 or History 102. They are set up exactly the same way. So to do this first part of the assignment, essentially what you're doing is just adding information from the notes that you took in class during the lecture to the shared class notes page. That's essentially all you're doing. So what you're doing here is you're going to go into the class notes, and to find the right place, you simply scroll down, or you can jump to it through the link to the week that we're actually working on. And let me make this a little bigger so you can see. Let's pretend, hypothetically, that we're in week 23. Week 23 doesn't exist. We're just, pretending. So let's say it's week 23. You want to add your lecture notes. Click there, takes you down to week 23. What next? Well, you want to add information from your lecture notes that actually helps you to answer one of the essential questions we discussed in class. So for this to make sense, what you want to do is put your notes right beneath the relevant essential question. So you just scroll down until you find the question that you have notes for. For instance, let's say hypothetically, you're working on this question. This is what we talked about in class. Why did the American Revolution drag on for 8 blood-soaked years? Why did it take the United States so long to win its independence from Great Britain? You think, oh yeah, I have some good information on that. In my lecture notes, I have information in my lecture notes that will specifically help to answer that particular question, right? So you go into your lecture notes, you grab the notes that you took in class that apply to this particular question, and you paste them in. And that's it. That's really all you need to do. And you do that twice, right? So let's say, and by the way, you need to address two separate questions, right? If you weren't paying attention, pay attention to this. Two separate questions each week. So let's say this is the first question that you're going to contribute notes for. Then you just scroll down and find another question that you have good notes for. Let's say hypothetically, another question we discussed in class was the impact of muckraker Upton Sinclair's famous novel, The Jungle, on the United States disappointed its author. I aimed for the public's heart, Sinclair said, but hit it in the stomach. What did he mean by this? Do you have good notes? Hopefully you have good notes that help you answer this particular question that we talked about in class. And you think, oh yeah, of course I do. Let me go into my notes. There it is. I have notes that will help me answer this question. Sinclair wanted the American public to take note of the dangerous conditions endured by the meatpacking workers, but instead the public focused on the disgusting ways in which meat was processed in the meatpacking factories. That explicitly helps you to answer this particular essential question. It's not about providing background or context. You certainly need to do that in an essay, but when it comes to cited evidence, right? You want to add information that will explicitly, clearly, plainly help you and your classmates to answer the essential questions. So that's what you need to have added to the course notes. Each one of these should only be a sentence. So a sentence from your course notes helping to answer one of the essential questions, and another sentence from your course notes that you took in class in your own words, answering a second essential question. And as far as part one of this assignment goes, that's all there is to it.